Frustrating. Right, player ratings. Let's do this. Okay. Look, if Ten Hag gets sacked, I don't think this guy will last. I just don't. I think for Onana to have a future at United, it has to be holding hands with Ten Hag. I think if a good manager comes in, then... Sorry, if a new manager comes in, one of the first things they'll do is get rid of Onana. And it's not because he's awful. He's just a very average shot stopper. And when you've got a very average shot stopper, they don't make big saves. He's not at fault for any of those goals today. But the third one, I was pulling my hair out because I'm like, it's savable again if you're a top-class goalkeeper. And he never makes those saves. And they always go in. Like there was a shot that went just wide and I was like, he's nowhere near that one either. And it's like he just doesn't make big saves. And we don't utilise what he's actually good at, which is passing out from the back. So he's, he will survive if Ten Hag survives. But if Ten Hag goes, I think it would be an area that would be looked at to be improved. Mazraoui, I thought he started well and then became overwhelmed by the, relentlessness of Liverpool. So I think that... sorry, I'm getting a lot of people asking for a sacking poll here. I mean, I don't care. I don't care. You vote for what you like. I think it's incredible to think that you should be sacking the manager after 3 games when he's not even had the chance to use his most important signing yet. But you vote away. If that's what you want, fine. I think it's massively reactionary to sack the manager after 3 games when Agate's not played a game yet. I think to say he'll be gone by Christmas and sack himself, yes, I agree with that, and I would vote for that. But I'm not sacking him, and I'm not saying Ten Hag out, because until Agate plays, you've got to give that a chance. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? Why would you buy him and then you let Rude use him, or Southgate use him, or whoever comes in? De Ligt, for me, was a 5. I thought that, again, very similar to Mazraoui. I thought they played really well in the first half, and I thought he made really good tackles, but... They just got over... They conceded 3 goals. You can't really give defenders an average 6 when you've conceded 3 goals. And I don't think 5 is going to be the worst score, by the way. But they just got overwhelmed. Same with Martinez. I think it was a 5 for me. They just got overwhelmed at the back. You can't defend when you've got all those runners running off you. Like, there was 3v4s and 5v4s. It was overwhelming for them, of course. And the same with Dalot. I thought the whole back 4 started well. And then they just got overwhelmed. I don't think the back 4 were the problem. I think if we had a decent midfield and a decent attack, that back 4 was capable of beating Liverpool. They were capable of getting a clean sheet with a better midfield and attack. But if you get swamped, there's not a lot you can do. So I don't really blame the back 4. I'd give them all a 5. One of the worst performances we've ever seen in a Man United shirt. In such a big game. The trouble is, he might have played worse for United. But when you do it at Old Trafford against Liverpool... Our biggest rival. I mean, it was shit. And he got subbed at half-time as well. Even the media, even the manager agreed. It was awful. And I think we've said our piece. I think Mainu was probably a 4.5 for me. I would agree. I would almost give him, if he was 28 years of age, I'd probably give him a 3. He's 19, he's overrun, he's overworked, and he had a bad game. But, no one's going to dwell on Kobbie Mainoo. He's our future, and he's being overworked. Bruno is not in that camp. He's just been given a new contract. He's the captain of the team. I've got to give it a 3. I thought he was very, 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 very off it today. I don't think the discipline was there. I don't think the leadership was really there. And I think he was found wanting. So, look, I like Bruno. I love Bruno. But today, it's a low 3 for me. You've given him a 4. Fair play. Garnacho, again, I'd probably sort of go 4.5. Garnacho, yeah. Look. He didn't have a good game. People will say, why are you moaning about him being subbed? Because it's always Garnacho or Ahmad, isn't it? And this is the guy that, you think about the goal against Everton. You think about how good he's been for us last season. He was one of the contenders for Player of the Year. I don't know why he's suddenly gone back to being a bench player. And I don't know why he's gone back to being expendable. But he needs to play games, and he needs to play games in his best position. That goal against Everton, he was on the left wing. He is best off the left, and he can't play off the left because this guy has to play. Look, it's a 9 for me. He put 2 crosses into the box. That's what I want. 2 crosses from 3 games, 300 grand a week, star boy, put a smile on your face. This is the guy. This is the future. Let's change our name to Marcus Rashford FC. He's absolutely doing... I mean, I don't know why people are laughing. He's put 2 good crosses in 3 games. You know, that's probably one of his best bits of play in 18 months. You know, what are the complaints? It was surely star. You know, surely man of the match. No, I'm taking the piss. 4 for me. If I'm giving... it won't let me take the star off. It's got me locked in. It will do. No, I think a 4. A 4. Because it's accumulation with Rashford. It's the frustration. It's the favouritism. And 2 crosses ain't enough. He's 26. He used to be one of the best players in Europe. And we're saying that 2 crosses in 3 games is enough. It's Ten Hag's fault, but it's a 4 from me. Xerxes is a new player. I'm glad that he's not been mentioned that much. I give him I mean, honestly, 4. I want to skirt over this one. He's a new player. It's his first game in a Manchester United shirt. He looks off the pace. He should have scored 2 goals. And he needs to put a lot of work in. But it's early days. It's early days, and I think that is, you know, what I would say about that. How do I get... Oh, can't. I'm trying to get some subtitles on here because Ten Hag's talking. I'll get it later. Yeah, okay. Maguire. I mean, Maguire didn't do anything wrong. 5. Collier. I'd probably give Collier a 6 and my man of the match, actually. And I'll explain why. Played 45 minutes... Thrown in, not just thrown in at the deep end, thrown off a fucking cliff into the sea, swam, did okay, horrible position to get thrown into, and did okay. And I think the fact that he came out of that is one of the positives because he could have sunk. So I think, for me, he's my man of the match. That's about it. Ericsson, didn't even know he came on, don't know why he came on. Ahmad actually came on and did all right. Didn't do anything wrong. Could have got man of the match as well. Ahmad really embarrassed Ten Hag, actually, because, you know, he is our best right winger. Garnacho's better off the left. Okay. I'm trying to think here. So he's not really at fault for Casemiro. That's individual shit. But he is responsible for the setup. He is responsible for the favouritism. He is responsible for the subs, and it's Liverpool too. Yeah, 2. I agree. Look, it's embarrassing and unacceptable to lose to Liverpool. It's embarrassing his favouritism, and it's embarrassing how much space there is in the midfield. So yeah, I think I've got to go for a 2 on that one. I will go for a 2. It was shit. A number 2. Ahmad got you man of the match. No problem with that. Toby Collier actually came in second with 26%. So there you go. God knows who was voting for other people and why. Oh, Rashford got 92. No, he didn't really. Yes, that's how it stands. Look, I could talk and talk and talk, but they've been waiting on the fan forum very, very patiently. So we should get over to the studio there and let them have their say. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It's a tough one, and there's going to be a lot to digest over the international break. All I would say is on the poll, Ten Hag in 48% and Ten Hag out 52%. To be honest with you, I think Ten Hag should be very, very happy that it's nearly 50-50 because the reaction to an unacceptable loss like that could have been a little bit more out. But I agree, it's not time to sack him, but he's well on the road to sacking himself. Let's see what they've got to say on the fan forum. There's some strong opinions coming in there. Take care. I'll speak to you in a bit. I'm off down the pub.